So welcome to the conference. We have an exciting day two ahead of us. And it's great to have the ability to come together without being concerned about any of the questions around social distancing, hand gel or temperature checks. We can just enjoy all of the insights as we go. Okie dokes. Now, as you know, the Business Culture Awards were created because organizational culture requires greater study, celebration and recognition. And through our session today, we're going to hear what's happening with across many of our winners of our previous awards, how they have progressed the work that they have delivered across their organizations, what's happening today, and what they have planned for the future. And through these awards, we will champion the enabling relationship between a purposeful business culture and a successful business outcome. And we're really going to see that alignment between what you experience within an organization and what you experience from the organization in terms of the products and services which it provides. Now, we know that we're delivering this conference at a particularly singular time for many of us. We will never forget, I believe, the images from 2020, the empty streets of the COVID-19 national lockdowns, the power of the Black Lives Matter movement, the ubiquity of face masks, the clap for carers, perhaps the rancor of the US presidential election as we continue through the coming weeks, and the speed with which we see jobs being lost as we go through this recession. Just announcing in the UK this week, we know that 0.7 of a million jobs have been lost, and very serious concerns being raised about the acceleration of that as we come to the end of the UK furlough scheme. Within businesses, we are all judged by the quality of our response to this fast-changing environment in which we have to protect our organizations, we have to protect our people, and we have to protect our community. Every organization, we have to face this ongoing volatility and uncertainty and invest in the ways of working, the technology, and the means of communication which allows us to operate and succeed. Those who are able to demonstrate the right adaptive capability, be progressive, and create and sustain purposeful business cultures will stand out. And what sets the organizations apart, which you're going to hear from today, is not solely the quality of their products and services, although they are pretty good, as you will hear, but it's the strength of the alignment of their business culture which underpins those, especially when it's under test, and we are under test. We believe at the Business Culture Awards that your culture uniquely marks you out from your competition. It is assessed and acted on by your customers, by your partners, by investors, by governance providers, and also our current and potential employees. So welcome to the conference. Now, as with all conferences, we wouldn't be here without the fantastic partners who understand the power of a successful business culture and who are supporting the conference and enabling us all to come together for this insight. So I want to particularly thank our partners, Kelly OCG, our talent partner, Business 4.0, our transformation partner, Hive Learning, our diversity and inclusion partner, and Inspire the Best, our leading change partner. Now, for those of you that were here yesterday, we heard from Business 4.0 and from Hive Learning. For those of you that are catching up on demand, as they say, it feels like we're on, I suppose with a virtual conference, it sort of becomes the Netflix of conferences. You could binge watch it later. You can dip in and choose your favorite episode. It's kind of over to you as to how you receive this content. So you can catch up on the insights that they shared yesterday. And later on today, we will hear from Kelly OCG and from Inspire the Best. They are both hosting parts of the conference as we go through this afternoon. And due to their support, along with that of our media partner, the People Space, will be able to learn from our winners and from their winning work. Now, it wouldn't be a contemporary conference if I didn't mention our social media. So if you'd like to tweet or post on LinkedIn or on any of the other platforms about the coverage that you see within today's conference, please use the hashtag BCConnect20. That's BCConnect20. Thank you so much. Now, in the words of Peter Drucker, culture eats strategy for breakfast. So please, I know we have people joining us from around the world. So it's a very early breakfast and a cup of strong coffee if you're on the west coast of the US. You might be on the East Coast, you might be across Europe, or joining us rather later on in the day across Asia. So whatever you're bringing with you, enjoy the feast of cultural insights that we have ahead. Now, yesterday we learned from a whole slew of different organizations. One of the things we pride ourselves on is the variety of organizations whose work is celebrated within the Business Culture Awards and who sit within the broader broader culture club, the community that we have built over the years that we've run the awards. Yesterday we heard from the former VP of Twitter, from Bruce Daisley. We heard from the Dorchester Collection, Inmarsat, Civil Service, Argent Foods, Shearman and Sterling. As I mentioned, we have masterclasses from Business 4.0 and an excellent panel chaired by Hive Learning with John West Foods, Mars and the Ambulance Service. We heard from Gunnar Cook, Wharton Business Consulting and Flinders as to how they have disrupted the sectors that they operate within. And then we closed with a session from Barclays looking at their everyday digital learning approach and how they'd really changed the culture of learning across Barclays. So a huge amount of insight. Okay, Tim, that was yesterday, you're saying. What have you got in store for us today? Well, we could not be starting with stronger insight. We start with the overall winners of our Business Culture Awards, our reigning champions. And joining me live on stage are Helen Roberts and Patty Turfrey, and they are appearing right now. Now, they are from Wrightington, Wigan and Lee NHS Foundation Trusts. And how are you, Helen? How are you, Patty?
I'm good, thank you. Nice to see you, albeit virtually.
Exactly. Lovely to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
It's fantastic to have you here.